Big money dumps Bitcoin, but is the alt-season narrative overblown? Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. Author, Hongji Feng. Author, Hongji Feng. About author. Hongji is a reporter who covers crypto, finance, and tech. He graduated from Northwestern University's Medill School of Journalism with a bachelor's and a master's. He has previously interned at HTX. Author profile. Share. Copied. Last updated 3 hours ago. Digital asset investment products faced heavy withdrawals last week, with outflows reaching $812 million, the largest weekly drawdown of the year. The bulk of the pressure fell on Bitcoin and Ethereum products, while Solana and XRP managed to draw inflows. The divergence has fueled debate over whether capital is rotating toward altcoins, or whether investors are simply adjusting exposures in response to shifting macro conditions. Macro data and the pressure on Bitcoin. Economic indicators in the United States were stronger than expected. Durable goods orders came in above forecasts, and revised gross domestic product numbers reduced confidence in earlier expectations for multiple Federal Reserve rate cuts this year. That shift weighed heavily on risk assets, including digital assets. Bitcoin products recorded $719 million in weekly outflows, while Ethereum products saw $409 million leave, their largest weekly decline of 2025. Combined, these two accounted for nearly all of the net outflow. Short Bitcoin funds, however, only recorded $1.2 million of outflows, suggesting that investors were not doubling down on bearish positioning, but rather pulling back from exposure to the largest assets. Year to date, digital asset funds have still recorded $39.6 billion of inflows. That base of capital has kept aggregate trading volume steady even during weeks of stress. Yet the scale of last week's redemptions showed how sensitive large-cap crypto remains to shifts in the macro rate outlook, particularly when expectations for monetary easing are rolled back. Solana and XRP inflows offer a counterpoint. While capital left Bitcoin and Ethereum, Solana and XRP moved in the opposite direction. Solana funds attracted $291 million in inflows, and XRP recorded $93 million. Other altcoins recorded smaller movements, but the scale for these two assets stood out against the broader market backdrop. Inflows into Solana may be linked to its potential role in upcoming spot exchange-traded funds. Several issuers have filed for Solana-based funds, and the compressed timeline under the Securities and Exchange Commission's generic listing standards has led to speculation that approvals could arrive within weeks. This expectation may have encouraged investors to position early. XRP inflows may be connected to its ongoing role in settlement and payments discussions, as well as pending applications for listed products. While regulatory questions around XRP remain unresolved in some jurisdictions, flows into investment vehicles suggest that investors are taking a more constructive stance on its prospects. Altcoin inflows, however, still represent a fraction of the capital leaving Bitcoin and Ethereum. The move is therefore better understood as selective rotation rather than a wholesale shift. The flows show investor willingness to experiment with alternative exposures, but the base case for most institutional investors remains with the two largest assets. Rotation or temporary divergence. The divergence in flows between majors and select altcoins raises questions about the durability of the alt-season narrative. Weekly movements are influenced by both macro conditions and investor positioning, making it difficult to extrapolate a sustained trend from a single week of data. Liquidity conditions also differ sharply across assets. While Solana and XRP are liquid compared to smaller coins, they lack the depth of futures markets, options contracts, and institutional custody solutions that underpin Bitcoin and Ethereum. That creates challenges for product issuers and raises risks for investors if redemptions occur during periods of market stress. The rotation narrative rests on whether altcoin inflows can continue in the face of macro volatility. If interest rate expectations continue to shift, all digital assets could experience renewed outflows, with altcoins potentially seeing sharper moves given their thinner liquidity. For now, the data suggests that investors are not abandoning the sector but adjusting exposure within it. Altcoins benefited from that adjustment last week, but the scale of capital committed to them remains small compared with majors. The flows may mark an early sign of investors seeking diversification, but the broader direction of the market will still be set by macro policy and the performance of Bitcoin. Follow us on Google News. Trending news. Recommended popular crypto topics. Price predictions. XRP price prediction. Liquidity rotation from Bitcoin to XRP expected after SEC approvals. New ChatGPT predicts the price of XRP, Solana, and Pi coin by the end of 2025. SEC urges immediate withdrawal of LTC, XRP, SOL, ADA, Doge ETF filings. Why? XRP price prediction. The first U.S. spot XRP ETF is about to be listed, and the XRP price target is $5. Bitcoin price prediction. Crypto billionaire says BTC could hit record highs soon thanks to a major shift in U.S. policy. Press releases. XRP returns to $3.40 all-time high as DOT miners launches multi-coin mining options in response to market surge. Price analysis. Bitcoin price prediction. $109,000 hold ignites. October rally talk. Is this the BTC catalyst? 2 days ago. By Arslan Butt. Price analysis. XRP price prediction. Ripple joins BlackRock in $700 million off-ramp deal. $1,000 XRP possible? 5 days ago. By Alejandro Arich. Best crypto to buy now in September 2025. Top crypto to invest in. 2 hours ago. By Alan Draper. New cryptocurrencies to invest in today. Top new crypto coins. 5 hours ago. By Inesis Tavares. 13 best crypto presales to invest in 2025. Presale crypto list. 1 day ago. By Alan Draper. 15 new and upcoming Coinbase listings in September 2025. 10 hours ago. By Elijah Rankovich. 13 new and upcoming Binance listings in 2025. 11 hours ago. By Elijah Rankovich. The next crypto to explode in 2025. Our top picks. 7 hours ago. By Elijah Rankovich. Bitcoin, BTC, price prediction 2025 to 2030. 11 hours ago. By Leon Waters. XRP, price prediction 2025, 2026 to 2030. August 29, 2025. By Eric Huffman. Ethereum price prediction 2025 to 2030. September 11, 2025. By Ben Beto.